A single cruise ship can generate millions of dollars in just one trip. But here's what most people don't realize. Ticket prices are often the least important part of the business. So how do cruise companies actually make billions? And why do passengers end up spending far more than they expected? This is the hidden business model behind the global cruise industry. The cruise industry is unlike any other. It combines travel, hospitality, entertainment, and psychology all in one place. Massive floating cities, thousands of passengers, and an environment where every detail is carefully designed. Companies like Royal Caribbean and Carnival don't just operate ships. They operate controlled ecosystems, and once you step on board, you become part of that system. A floating city. Modern cruise ships are engineering marvels. Some are longer than 3 football fields. They carry over 5,000 passengers, plus more than 1,000 crew members. Inside, you'll find restaurants, shopping centers, casinos, theaters, water parks, even ice skating rinks. It's not just a ship, it's a self-contained city, and like any city, it runs on money. Every square meter of space is optimized to generate revenue. From the placement of bars, to the layout of shops, to the flow of foot traffic, nothing is random, everything is designed. The low ticket strategy. Now here's where things get interesting. Cruise tickets can be surprisingly affordable, sometimes cheaper than staying in a hotel on land, but this is intentional. Cruise companies use what's called a loss leader strategy. They lower ticket prices to attract more passengers, because once customers are on board, the real business begins. Think of it like this. Getting you onto the ship is the first sale. Everything after that is where the profit happens. Revenue streams break down. Let's break down exactly how cruise companies make money. First, onboard spending. This is the biggest one. Alcohol packages, specialty dining, coffee shops, snacks outside the standard buffet. Then there's the casino. For many cruise lines, casinos are among the highest margin businesses on board. Next, shore excursions, guided tours at each destination, often marked up significantly. Then we have retail, duty-free shops selling luxury goods, jewelry, and souvenirs. Spas and wellness services, internet packages, photography services. Even basic things like bottled water can cost extra. Individually, these may seem small, but combined, they create a powerful revenue engine. The science of spending. This system works because it's built on behavioral psychology. First, there's isolation. You're in the middle of the ocean, with limited alternatives. Second, there's immersion. Everything around you feels like part of the vacation experience. Spending doesn't feel like spending, it feels like enjoyment. Third, frictionless payments, no cash, no physical transactions, just a card or wristband, which reduces the psychological pain of paying. And finally, timing. Cruise lines strategically promote offers at moments when passengers are most likely to say yes. It's not manipulation, it's design. How a single ship makes millions. Let's do some simple math. Imagine a cruise ship with 4,000 passengers. Each passenger spends an extra $150 per day on board. That's $600,000 per day. On a 7-day cruise, over $4 million from one ship. Now multiply that across dozens of ships. Operating year-round, and you start to understand the scale. This is not just tourism, it's a multi-billion-dollar system. Cost structure. Of course, running a cruise ship is incredibly expensive. Fuel is one of the biggest costs. Then there's staffing, often over 1,000 employees per ship. Food logistics for thousands of people, maintenance and safety systems, port fees and taxes, marketing and distribution. But here's the advantage. Scale. The bigger the ship, the more passengers, the lower the cost per person, which is why cruise companies keep building larger ships. Industry giants. The cruise industry is dominated by a few major players. Carnival Corporation, Royal Caribbean Group, Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings. Together, they control most of the global market. Each brand targets different audiences. Budget-friendly cruises, family experiences, luxury voyages, but the core strategy remains the same. Maximize revenue per passenger. The dark side. Behind the luxury, there are also challenges. Environmental impact is a growing concern. Cruise ships produce emissions and waste that affect ocean ecosystems. There are also labor issues. Many crew members work long hours under demanding conditions. And the industry is highly vulnerable to global crises. During COVID-19, operations nearly stopped completely. Yet despite all this, the industry continues to recover and grow. Why people keep coming back. So why do people love cruises? Simple. Convenience. You unpack once and visit multiple destinations. Entertainment is endless. Food is everywhere. And the experience feels luxurious, even if it's carefully engineered. For many travelers, it's the perfect vacation. The power of data. Behind the scenes, cruise companies are collecting massive amounts of data. Every purchase, every activity, every preference. They track what you eat, what you drink, where you spend your time. This allows them to personalize offers in real time. Discounts appear when you're most likely to buy. Recommendations feel almost intuitive. It's not luck, it's data-driven strategy. Over time, this data becomes one of their most valuable assets. Because the better they understand passengers, the more effectively they can increase spending. Loyalty programs. Cruise lines don't just want one trip, they want repeat customers. That's where loyalty programs come in. Points, perks, exclusive access, priority boarding, free upgrades. The more you cruise, the more benefits you unlock. And psychologically, this creates commitment. Passengers feel invested. They don't want to lose their status, so they come back again and again. The all-inclusive illusion. Cruises are often marketed as all-inclusive, but in reality, they're selectively inclusive. Basic meals included, standard entertainment included. But premium experiences, those cost extra, and that's intentional. Because once you're already on board, upgrading feels easy. You've already committed to the trip. Spending a little more doesn't feel like a big decision, but multiply that across thousands of passengers, and it becomes a massive revenue stream. Ship design strategy. Even the physical design of the ship plays a role. Casinos are often placed in high-traffic areas. Shops are located along main walkways. Bars are positioned near entertainment venues. There are few clocks, limited reminders of time, and almost no sense of the outside world. All of this encourages one thing: stay longer, explore more, spend more. The role of entertainment. Entertainment isn't just for fun, it's a business driver. Shows bring people together. Events create energy. Crowds increase spending behavior. When people are excited, they're more likely to buy drinks, snacks, and upgrades. Entertainment keeps passengers engaged, and engaged passengers are profitable passengers. Dynamic pricing. Cruise pricing isn't fixed. It changes constantly based on demand. Season, booking time, even passenger behavior. Early bookings might be cheaper. Last-minute deals can appear, or prices can surge when demand is high. Onboard pricing works the same way. Packages are bundled, deals are timed. Everything is optimized to maximize revenue. Global operations. Cruise companies operate worldwide: Caribbean, Mediterranean, Asia, Alaska. They move ships based on seasons, chasing demand across the globe. This flexibility allows them to keep ships full year-round. Because an empty cabin is lost revenue. Flags and regulations. Here's something many people don't realize. Most cruise ships are registered in countries different from where the company is based. This is called flagging. It allows companies to operate under different regulations, often reducing taxes and labor costs. It's a controversial practice, but it's a major part of how the industry stays profitable. Partnerships and commissions. Cruise lines don't operate alone. They partner with local businesses at each destination: tour operators, shops, attractions. When passengers book excursions, the cruise company often takes a commission, so even off the ship, they're still earning revenue. The ecosystem extends beyond the vessel itself. Conclusion. So the next time you see a cheap cruise deal, remember this: you're not just buying a ticket, you're entering a system, a floating ecosystem designed to maximize experience and spending. And that's the real reason cruise ships make billions. Not because of the journey itself, but because of everything that happens along the way. If you enjoyed this deep dive, subscribe for more breakdowns of how the world's biggest industries really work.